Hello everybody, this is ProWolfTrader. Let's make money together. Let's move on to what's moving the market. Today we have some exciting news and some important news too. Exciting, important, dangerous, all of the mixtures above. So what's happening over here is that earlier today in the Tokyo session, gold just went up because of uncertainty yet again created by US and China tariff related incidents, where China has increased its tariffs against US after yesterday's change of tone by the Donald Trump administration. Things were looking good, but this morning China escalated its trade conflict with the United States, rising new fears that Beijing and Washington are facing currently when stock prices are overvalued in America and the stock market in Asia is dropping. And because of that, we could see that Bitcoin also sharply declined towards 110,000. And right now, after getting Citigroup's 2025 third quarter earnings, and besides that Goldman Sachs earnings, S&P 500, US 30, Tech 100 moved a little bit upward along with Bitcoin. They are rebounding back into the previous area. So this is the plus point we are having right now. Don't know how long we will hold on to this specific zone, but let's try to focus on it. Gold is seen making new all-time high, and after that it's showing rejection. It's showing rejection on 4-hourly upward momentum. On the over here is showing rejection, and if this rejection is really strong, and price will definitely drop down towards 3900. Which of course look kind of impossible, but nothing is impossible over here. Keep that in mind. First target is for 4,000, then the next target is 3,900. 3,990 definitely, but 4,000 is the first target. And these are serious moves. Price will drop down, and it will drop down really strong. But it might be that it keeps on going up, so anything can happen at this point. We have to be really careful. Managing your stop loss, managing risk to reward is really important. So this is the overall view of 4-hourly candle. On the upward momentum is showing rejection near all-time high on this trend line. But selling gold is really tricky. You have to get in on the right time. Most likely it will drop in the US session, but having a tight stop loss is really crucial. One mistake will really cost you a lot. As I said earlier on, if you sell, you sell only. If you buy only. You don't buy and sell at the same time. Otherwise, you will have a lot of conflict, a lot of problem while trading. You will get confused. You will buy, you will sell, and then you will get confused. So please choose a side and decide. I am today not selling. I will buy on the dip. But yeah, I have a small lot of sell which is running, but no heavy selling over here. I will buy the dip. Of course, the dip will be, there is a possibility that first it hit 4,000, then it hit 3,980, but we never know. If a correction starts, then it will happen rapidly, because I was listening to economists this morning and they all said the same thing, that the rally is over, the rally has prolonged too much, and it's exhausted a lot of investors, and people are not interested anymore in investing. And there are major hedge fund managers who are basically withdrawing money now, cash, and they're not holding too long positions, because if you have witnessed market top for the first time, let me tell you, if it keeps on extending, then investors hedge funds, they start taking their money out. This is the overall scenario. Of overall scenario of Fibonacci retracement. Definitely heading back down, but it has a long way to go. Not in a rush. On the other hand, US 10-year yield has been dropping since January 2025, and now is retesting FOMC rate cut, which happened previous month. It's testing FOMC rate cut low, which is exactly over here, this zone, and now we are pricing in. If it keeps on breaking down, it keeps on falling, that means that there is no inflation, and if inflation is coming again, yield has to go up. So in short, gold is going sky high for inflation or debt or Fed policy mistake or wrong monetary policy, but it is not showing on US 10-year yield chart, which is quite disturbing, because it has to show over here, but it's not showing. These are the things that are affecting Wall Street investors, and they are worried. Nobody really knows when the major bubble will burst, but everybody knows that a bubble will burst, so people have started. It's just like how Michael Berry traded in 2007 housing bubble. When the market crashed, he didn't know exactly when it will drop, so he started putting up his positions 3-4 years earlier on. He started opening sell when the market was up, and he kept those sells running for 3-4 years, because he never knew when it's gonna drop, but he knew that it's gonna drop, and he waited 3-4 years, and gradually when it started dropping, it paid off really good. And that's why when they realized that This is really best case scenario. S&P 500, US 30, Tech 100, they are going up because of earning seasons, of course. Earning seasons is the only thing that will move the market up now. Citigroup earning and Goldman Sachs earning is out. What happened earlier on today in the Asian session? Let me give you guys a brief recap of what happened in Asian session and what happened in Tokyo session. What happened in London session. In Asian session, Tokyo session, US equity futures sank, while Asian shares they extended their losses amid new round of trade war stories. Yen rose, cryptocurrency price fell down, it dropped down till 110,000. S&P 500 contracts declined by 0.5%, whereas Nasdaq 100 index fell by 0.6%. China retaliated against the US on shipping by placing tariffs on American units of Hanwha Ocean. Asian markets sank 1.1%, with Japan Nikkei, or mostly known as Japan 225 index, down by 2.8%. Chinese stocks lost their previous gains, trading at 0.1% lower. Futures predicted a worse opening for European markets. The yen reversed earlier losses and rose versus the dollar. Silver reached an all-time new high at $52.50, $52.50, which is new all-time high, while gold recorded a new high. Treasury yields have paired their gains with the 10-year yield at 4.04%. China and US has been communicating through the economic and trade consultation mechanism, with working level meetings held on Monday. According to the Chinese Ministry of Commerce, earlier US President stated that he still believes Trump and Xi Jinping will meet. He did, however, warn that all options for retaliation against China's intention to restrict rare earth exports remain open. China has requested additional consultation to tackle lingering difficulties. China underlined on Tuesday that its export control mechanism for rare earth and other related products do not prevent exports, and applications that match the conditions would not continue to be accepted. Now, this is the latest update that came from Asian session. If we move on to what is happening currently, because Europe is open and will close after 3-4 hours. So global shares, they plumped after China's escalated trade conflict with the US. Of course, there are new fears that the tensions between Beijing and Washington will cause the market to drop down, to crash further, because stock market is already overvalued at persistent rally, which is really a headache for the traders, because they are anticipating a bubble now generated by AI companies. And figures have changed now. In European session, S&P 500 contracts fell by 0.7%, Nasdaq by 0.9%. China has imposed restrictions on US entities linked to one of South Korea's largest shipbuilders and warned more action. MSCI Asian Index fell for the third day, making its longest losing streak since August, while European equities fell 0.7%. Tuesday's development represents the third day of market volatility, with concerns of an increase in US-China hostilities returning to the front foot. S&P 500 has risen more than 30% from its April low. So, initial trade concerns give way to unwavering optimism about AI and the return of US interest rate decreases. The yen outperformed other major currencies as Japan's opposition groups considering challenging the long ruling and LDP. The Nikkei 225 fell up to 3.2%, while short-term rates on lower expectations of a new near-term rate hike. Gold has reversed its earlier gain and briefly it's approaching after approaching 4180 per ounce. Silver dipped after reaching a record high. Investors' attention is now shifting to the unofficial start of earnings seasons, with Goldman Sachs and Citigroup scheduled to report before US Open. They have actually, and the reports have beaten the estimations. The season, investors will seek reassurance on everything from the long-term viability of the AI spending to the impact of higher tariffs. Now, this is what has happened in Asian and currently what is happening in European session. Now the biggest concern for everybody is that what they need to do, how to navigate the market. We have unofficial earning report kind of, and we can utilize it to further pave way. Gold is finally dropping now, but it always drops suddenly, and then it drops like an anchor drop which drops in the ocean deep, and there is nothing we can do about it because it's gonna keep on dropping now. All you can do is, if you are in the sell, good. If you are not in the sell, just wait for the drop to finish and buy the dip. But wait for news, wait for direction, then buy. Don't buy blindly. Market is really risky right now. The government shut down day 14. China, US tariff disturbance, turbulence in the market, no economic data. There are lots of factors which are against you. If you open on the wrong side, you will regret it dearly. So it's better to take a small stop loss than a large stop loss. Here it comes. Earning seasons are here. JP Morgan shares are going up. Which is good. Jimmy Dimon, go read his article on investing.com. Okay. Gold is in for a drop. Yep, it is. Let's see how further it drops. Oh, silver is dropping. It's a short sell, short squeeze. US 30 is also dropping. It's a meltdown. Okay. This is good. This was a sell signal, by the way. This was a sell signal given in the London session, and it just hit take profit. 1, take profit. 2, take profit. 3, and yeah. Is gonna carry on with the downward trend. Fed chair will speak tonight, US session. Yeah, so US 30 is going up. JP Morgan traders, bankers, they have crushed their third quarter estimates. It looks like things are getting better for them. Gold just went up but came back down. Previous 1 hour candle closed in bearish, so highly likely the gold is on a correction phase, whereas US 30 is flying. VIX rose up to 19, now it's declining. Stock market is going up. We'll wait for the New York Stock Exchange open and then decide what action is to be taken. But gold is on a correction phase. Silver is declining after hitting new all-time high, is dropping down. Gold, I think, is starting to fall back within this range. Which wasn't expected, but here we are. If this correction has started, then 2 or 1 large red candle will end the game for gold sideways, and then it will continue the upward momentum. But market will open now, so all eyes on the market. Most likely market will recover. In majority of the cases, market goes up with the sell-off, and everything else market is going down. But since the estimates has beaten up and it's earnings season and everything is driven by AI, so the stock market has a highly likely chance that it will go up, because the third quarter earnings are good, much better than anticipated. So what's holding back? Nothing. It's earnings season after all. हाँ थैंक यू हाँ लेता हूँ हाँ निकाल लो is dropping, gold is dropping. Look at the way it's dropping. Holy shit. The drop is hard. We are on this sell, and we're gonna continue the sell. We are on this sell. Here we are. New York Stock Exchange just opened. Futures are down, but not that much. It opened down, but now it's progressing upward. It's going up. So we have to give it some more time. This is a nice area to buy US 30, S&P 500, Bitcoin, whatever. And Scalp for intraday. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup. The earnings are out, and these earnings will influence the stock market today. And the only way it will go is up. And it's starting to go up. All we have to do is now wait. Stocks rattled by China retaliation. China attacked, but US is gonna resist. Listen, whatever they are saying to you, do the exact opposite. If a news suddenly comes out in the middle of a night, when the market is about to close, then its impact is going to be larger, negative on the market. But if we already know something, you want to profit on it, then the market will do the exact opposite. That means has been circulating since this morning that China has retaliated US and put tariffs. Everybody knows that. It means that anybody who opens a sell will make profit, right? So do you actually think the market will let you make profit that easily? No. So the investors know that, and they know that a majority of dumb money will be selling. So you have to find out where the smart money is. The smart money, they will buy the dip. They will expect the US to say something in return. If they, let's just say, talk about doing something in return to China. Tariffs, of course, talk of tariffs will increase the gold valuation and have pressure on the stock market. But if they don't say anything, instead they keep on talking about talks with China and how they're gonna negotiate with them regarding rare metal. Anything can happen then. But right now the AI bubble frenzy is keeping the stock market at break. But we will eventually come out of it. We are right now within the gap. There was a gap on Monday when the market opened, upward gap, and I think that the market will just fill 20% of that gap and they will move upwards. This gap will not be filled. That's how things are looking today. Well, all we have to do is wait and be patient. There's nothing more we can do. It looks like the stock market is dropping, everything is dropping because of tariffs. Tariffs and tariffs. Global trade tension. Now they're talking about it's not any AI bubble. Then don't be worried, blah blah blah. Now it seems like the gap is getting filled in. Maybe the gaps get filled in quickly, and then the stock market starts going up because there are people who are dip buying. Stock market always surprises, always puts you on the edge. See the pullback. It pulled back so fast. It does this pullback really quickly. Anyways, I will end the stream after 2 hours because there aren't a lot of viewers, and it's better not to stream if there are not a lot of people watching. I'll save my time. I'll go to work. Unfortunately, people are not watching the stream. Might be because of some other reasons. None of my business. But the only thing I can do is keep working every day. Keep streaming every day. Gold will go up because of global trade tensions, and Bitcoin will go up after stock S&P 500 and US 30 goes up. So keep an eye on that too. But the biggest thing over here right now is this 4-hourly candle, which will close at after 19 minutes, and the new 4-hourly candle will most likely make an upper wick and then start dropping. So late New York session, it might be that the drop will carry on. But till then, you need to have a plan. You need to have a trade plan. Just because the market is different doesn't mean the market will not give you opportunities. This gap right over here is this gap over here just got filled in. So as quickly it got filled in, now it's gonna go up. Right? Previous day candle was bullish. More likely there is a chance that it erases all the losses and goes up, because after all we have Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citigroup earnings, and they have beaten the estimates. So we have more of dip buying opportunity over here, which will be utilized by Wall Street because they like to dip buy. If it's a sell-off, then it will break this range. So we are at a point where it will either break off or it will reverse. That's what it's gonna be. I will wait for. Oh, dollar index is also down. So when dollar index DXY is down, gold goes up. I mean the correlation is not always 100%, but it does happen. So dollar index, if it will start retreating, it will then of course it will have. If when dollar index is down, stock market should go up. It's a beautiful day after all. Listen, don't fall for the trap. This is what's happening. Alright. Don't fall for the trap. Don't be. And this is also coming now. And it will drop down somewhere from 41.30 again. And this is exactly our sell entry. Already in the London session we took the trade, and now in a split just like an hour or 30 minutes in New York session we are back up from where we started. That's how things are. Anyways, my job is done. But I still have 14 minutes left for streaming, so I'll work on it. Bitcoin is going up. US 30 is not showing any sign of retracement. On the other hand, BTC is going up strongly. 1 hourly time frame going to look at this push. Look at this momentum. Holy shit. Fuck you, gold. We were on a sell actually from here. And also from here. We were actually on a sell, but I took profit somewhere here, somewhere around when it just went crazy. I took early profit, and when I saw this more dip, I was like, damn. But I said, it's okay. This I didn't want it to be a part of this. Oh my god, Bitcoin is pushing up. Bitcoin is pushing up, which is good. Good for us. Keep pushing, baby. Keep pushing. If BTC is going up, it means that US 30 is also pushing up. That's the reason. And here we have it. 1 hourly pushing up. and this is how we will survive. And if you wanna know what's happening inside, take the volume profile indicator. And you'll exactly know what's going on over here. Okay, volume profile is showing nothing. Okay, so we have it over here. As you can see, this shows sell volume over here. Good. Now let's see what's showing over here. It's sell again over here. It means if somebody would have sold it from here, which we did, it would be really good. So volume profile does help. And now it will go up. And it is going up. But gold, coming back to gold. Gold, I said and mentioned earlier on. Don't get fooled by gold. Gold is... This is what's happening with gold. This is what's happening with gold. It's dropping. US 30 is going up, so it's a good thing actually. Interesting, isn't it? I think this is the best area to buy gold now. But as I said again, the 4 hourly trend line is telling us that buying here would be a big no-no. So this is how you will navigate through the market. Anyway, guys, take care. I'm leaving now. It's 2 hour live streaming, 70 views for a day. It's all right. We'll get there. Even if I die, I get there slowly. We are making live profit. Things are looking interesting. The market is different now. It's not as it was last year, but we are still making profit while being careful, really careful. And good luck for the rest of the day. And I'll see you guys on the next day. And by the way, we have Paul's speech in a couple of hours, so I will be streaming in. So stay tuned and watch the stream. Till then, ProWolfTrader is signing off. And US30 is going up. Gold, of course, is not going up. The reason for that is we are in this correction phase, plus this parallel line is upward 4 hourly, is showing strong rejections, and as per my observation it will drop after London close. Bitcoin on the other hand is showing support over in this zone. The reason for that is JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, they have before market open they released unofficially their earnings, and they have beaten the estimates, which of course will push the stock market up, which stock market is already in a rally driven by AI companies, and people are now calling this the AI bubble, because right now every trading on the Wall Street, the trading is being done by the algos. And besides that, what's moving the market, trade fight with China and America, between China and America, is also throwing the stock market down. Asian stock market was down since Tokyo during London, whereas US market, stock market, after Goldman Sachs, Citigroup and JP Morgan earnings is bouncing back up, as which can be seen over here. The gap got filled in and now is moving upwards. And this is previous day closing candle. If you take into consideration price action, then price action surely suggests that the price will move upward. And it's just amazing how identical US30 and BTC is right now. Here it goes up, baby. Here it goes up.